be so basic. Boy, you the op and your bros hating. All of them fake, I see both faces. Scared of the whip, it's a ghost racing. I knock them down to their cold cases. Marathon run, I'ma slow pace it. They did not want me to go places. Foil plans like the gold place. And if we pulling up with the whole squad, are you ready? Done told y'all that you better be running. I'm in my go yard. When I walk in, I know y'all telling me nothing. I'm the man. Suck it if y'all in denial. I get the chip on them and I bust out the south side.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And it's 3rd down.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And take it right on the 30. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Taylor pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Jonathan Taylor.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Gallup with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Number 26.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. It's a quarterback sneak. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
A gain of a yard.
1 yard is the gain. And it's good enough for a Jacksonville first. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Right back to him on 1st down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Julian Blackmon bringing him down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's the option. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Vincent Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back.
Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He's going to try and do this himself. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Michael Gallup with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Colts 21.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Jacksonville.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Jonathan Taylor, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Looking for Campbell downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it. That can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout.
1st down, Jacksonville.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, 2nd half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
There he goes, right side. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 78 yards. And the Colts add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at that time, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 27 yards. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Makes the score.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. And they got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Here's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this bit. He's got daylight. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 52 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the
20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. 22 yards. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First down, Jaguars.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Back now in Indianapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he'll give it here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
The ball carried.
Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up first and goal.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. 2nd and 5. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jags are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
Jaguars 14.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs him up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
A pickup on the play.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
2nd and 15. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And his kick is right through.
Makes the score.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
At the 36-yard line.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Indianapolis, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here.